Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently behaving quite well. We can still see only a corrective rally from the lows. This structure is the same that we discussed quite extensively now in the last few videos. We've been tracking since basically Friday last week when we broke the initial resistance. There was an initial resistance level here. We've been tracking a 5-wave move to the upside, which reached ideal targets, I have to say, for a 5-wave move here. We call that a wave 1 or an A wave. I call it basically, we don't know if it's a wave 1 or an A wave at this stage. Why? Because it's only an initial 5-wave move to the upside. By the way, I really only want to focus on the shorter time frame in this video. Tomorrow, we're going to take a look at the daily chart again for anybody who's new, wants to know about the larger context. In my first video today, I covered the daily chart. I will do that tomorrow morning again. But then, we don't need to do that in every video. But the idea is that, we could be in this wave 1 to the upside. Well, this finished. We could be in this wave 2 now, but it could also be a wave B. So essentially, we don't know if that move from the Tuesday low last week forms a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or an A, B, C. Until here, they are the same. We won't be able to tell the difference, probably. So it's really about the bull's ability to hold a higher low in wave 4 after this upside target has been reached. And we might reach sort of 47K plus in that wave 3 or C wave to the upside. But it depends on where a low forms in this region. So the low is not confirmed at this stage. So let me tell you my latest perspective. Basically, what I need to add, if we only form 3 waves up, then this counts as a corrective rally. There is a long trade setup here, which some might have used already, but it might finish here, okay, around 47K, 48. It's just a level where we need to be watching because it's the next pivot. And if then in the pullback, the subsequent pullback afterwards, we don't see a corrective pullback, but something that goes down quite impulsively or aggressively, and we break below micro support, we have to assume that the blue count is unfolding, which is basically A, B, C in wave X, and then the Y wave to the downside is following. It would just send us down a little lower in this larger support area. It wouldn't be bearish. We only need to let's say, give up on the larger bullish scenario or the more directly bullish scenario on our daily time frame with a break below 35K. But we don't want to talk about that right now. We want to talk about micro here. And what's the structure? So as I said, 5 waves up. The 5 waves, only because of the 5 waves, I added a support area. So only when we see 5 waves like an impulse or a leading diagonal, it's worth adding a subsequent pullback area or a pullback area for the subsequent retracement. And the retracement looks nice. It looks corrective, overlapping, and it reached yesterday, or actually early, it was yesterday, sort of reached this support area here. We had a target area for wave C, and it was between 42,290 and 41,414. So now the price is rallying a little bit. So what does that mean? Let's take a look at what I posted earlier today on Twitter, X Network. Make sure that you follow us here as well for additional updates and stuff about mindset, news, anything. But make sure that you follow the links or that you use the link in the description, because there are impersonators. Yes, we banned them, and so on. You know how it works. But make sure that you use the official links. Now, I highlighted that the price formed 3 waves in this pullback into the support region that I just showed you. And we can see a reaction. Let me open that. And we can see a reaction from the target zone down here. Okay, so 3 waves down into the target zone for wave C. This pullback, which looks corrective, supports my bullish thesis. Okay, so we have 5 waves up. So naturally, I have to take a more bullish perspective directly. Okay, if that then later comes down again, that's the next question. That's a question for a different time frame. At the moment, we are watching what's in front of us. We can use only the data we see, and we see a 5-wave move up, 3-wave pullback, which is supportive of the bullish thesis. I highlighted that I would slightly prefer that the price forms a more extended ABC structure in wave 2 here, or wave B. They're the same basically as I just explained, as the price did not yet reach the yellow support zone. It reached our more precise target zone that I communicated yesterday, but not yet the larger support zone in yellow for this pullback. Retracements haven't been reached. Therefore, I would prefer to see this more extended ABC structure. I provided a resistance area, and that resistance area has already been reached between 42,794 and 43,335. So make sure you follow us here, but let's go back to the chart and I will explain any changes I made. The only change I made, not anything to the wave count, but I extended the resistance area. I show the extended retracements just for info, because you might know that B waves often overshoot. They like to overshoot, especially in crypto, especially in a market environment like this one. So I don't want to, just show the standard retracements. We've already reached them anyway. The ones I showed on Twitter ended at 43,335, so they haven't broken. But it makes sense to show you the extended ones. A B wave can easily overshoot. So a break above 44,480 will make that less likely. It's a bit too aggressively bullish then, but until here, this is all part of a potential B wave. So B waves don't really have targets. That's the problem. They can easily overshoot as long as they are corrective rallies. So at the moment, the rally is a 3-wave move. So I see it as a B wave. It could easily still extend a little bit. There is going to be additional resistance, obviously now in that range we're entering, if the move up is not finished yet. 43,335 is the next one. Then a key one is obviously here around 43,745. So that's going to be a big one. But yeah, at the moment, move up looks corrective. Another move down would be what I favor, in wave C here. So if we take if we see 5 waves up or a break above 44,481, I might take the position that the wave 2 or B already finished. But another C wave down, is the more probable scenario at this stage. So let's see if we get that. We don't necessarily need to get it from here. So the market can still extend a little higher in wave B. I have no evidence at this stage that wave B has topped. But if we get a C wave down, then then I can give you a target for that C wave once the B wave is topped. Too early for that. And I would like it to reach sort of around about 41,080, maybe a little lower. But for now, that move up is not finished yet. And if we get 5 waves up, then again, I'm going to add another support zone afterwards for the micro, for another micro 1-2 structure. If I see it, if I can recognize it. Structures are not always clear on these lower time frames. So hopefully that helps. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, check out our S&P 500 and stock service. You will find the link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.